Okay, and we should be live.
We're live?
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, welcome back to the Bad End Show. We're on episode 16 now. We've been doing this quite more consistently than I thought we would, to be honest.
Oh, how much more consistently?
I don't know.
Like 15 extra?
Something like that. Yeah, welcome back to Bad Anime Sessions, and we usually talk about Mobage and animation shit. And stuff like that. And I guess we got news. It's got Gundam live action thing.
Yeah, like, I think they only just showed off the concept art thing.
Yeah.
I think it's concept art and not like a still. Well, it could be a still.
But yeah, I don't know how to feel about like the Gundam live action thing at all.
So what was it? Netflix sponsored or something like that?
Maybe I feel like Netflix is getting themselves like stuck into every like anime thing lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is by like Industrial Light and Magic, which I think they do the Star Wars special effects most of the time.
Yeah, a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, but I think like, Star Wars is what made them famous, I guess, or
Well,
what they're known for.
If I remember correctly, they were established for Star Wars.
Probably something like that.
Like they made it because George Lucas couldn't find what he wanted, so he made it himself.
Yeah.
And then basically, they also started contracting out to other like, studios.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Also, the director is by the guy who did like Kong Skull Island, but I did not watch that, so I have no idea whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I mean, I just have very low expectations out of Hollywood for anime stuff in general.
Yeah.
It's like, how does Hollywood keep fucking up everything? Like, how?
Because Hollywood.
Yeah. Like usually the whole thing about capitalism is that like, oh, you want to like make a lot of money, but then Hollywood keeps like making like dumbass decisions that make them lose money, and it's like, why? Like they just want to burn. Everything?
Maybe.
Yeah, looking at this thing, I guess it's mostly like the classic RX-78, although the head looks pretty different.
I think it's probably gonna be something where it's like, how would they frame it? Reinterpretation.
Yeah.
Or.
I mean, just going just based off instinct, like this feels a lot like the Turn A Gundam to me. And
Yeah.
the Turn A Gundam is like they actually got an American mech designer for like most of the mechs in that show, I think, which is why like everything looks so much more unique than everything else. So I kind of wonder if they're kind of like what inspired it, maybe a little bit. But then again, like a lot of it's in shadow, so we don't really see much.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like the weave fin is like wider and more prominent than usual, and then these like side vents, like they stick out a lot more than the usual one.
Watch it have a funny face when they do the full reveal.
Maybe.
But anyway, this sort of thing, the way it's made, kind of makes me think it's like, oh, in the story, it's probably like this is where it's being constructed or assembled.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they got attacked like before it was finished.
I can see something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like it's something like, oh, it's already in the middle. It was like, already built up, and then it got a lot of battle damage or something. It looks too clean, like the missing armor pieces. That's what I think. Actually, I guess you can kind of see some of the hydraulics, like around the, what do you call it, waist area, like
those things.
I think those,
them, like,
yeah,
wires and stuff.
So it kind of looks like, or it could be a maintenance actually. It could be that too, like attack during maintenance.
Yeah, I mean the RX-78 too is supposed to be like a prototype thing, where like the first time they actually had like a working mobile suit for the Federation.
This actually brings up an interesting question. Like, I think everything we've seen so far seems to suggest it's a brand new story, right?
I think, yeah, it's kind of like a reinterpretation rather than a proper adaptation.
Yeah. So do you think it's gonna follow like the basic plot of like the original one, just like swap out characters and names and stuff like that?
Maybe,
but basically be similar. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
They could also do the typical Hollywood thing, like, oh, we gotta make it more realistic and get rid of the space stuff.
Get rid of everything that made it unique.
Yeah.
I feel like that happens a lot with like different Hollywood adaptations. Like, oh, we're gonna take this thing that's like well loved, and like this thing is known for this. We're gonna take it all away and just turn it into like another like generic movie.
Yeah.
Just as a quick cash grab, and it's like, why?
Yeah, there's always a lot of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. So.
At least visually, at least they seem to be, what do you call it? Trying to capture like the general look. It's not like, say, American like what's his face, Michael Bay Transformers, where like they're technically still robots,
Yeah.
but they only, well, I guess some of the newer ones, I don't know, I only really watched the first one, but like one of the things that come to mind is like Optimus Prime, like original like Michael Bay version does not look anything like the original. Like if you squint hard enough, maybe it's like if a little kid tried to draw this like robot based on the description you're trying to like tell them, maybe. But yeah,
I wasn't a fan of Transformers before, like from before, so like I didn't really like think much about that.
Oh, I'm not too familiar with it in terms of like say the original show, but I mean, I feel like I feel like they don't really look alike at all.
Yeah.
Also, there's that typical like needless complexity thing that happens a lot for, say Hollywood adaptations because, like I guess going back to Transformers specifically, a lot of the moving parts are completely useless.
Oh yeah.
They feel more fake than I think the intention's to make it look more realistic, but that's not how mechanical stuff works.
I guess, but like
you don't want all those like moving parts or like how would I put it, like it's like they had articulating skin cells. Where it's like why is there just a bunch of like why is like the forearm covered in like 8 plates or whatever that somehow move in random
feel kind of bad. Like I kind of like the scene, just like random ass shit, just like moving around mechanically, you know.
I'm judging.
Damn. Don't judge me.
I'm always judging.
This bitch. But yeah, another thing that makes me think of is like in Gundam Unicorn actually, like since at the very beginning, like the unicorn was still in the hangar when Naja got it, and like everything's like on fire around him when he finally like, rolls out.
Mm-hmm.
And like his father was dying words, and he's like, no, those out.
They could try to do it that way. Actually, try like greatest hits style and like mash up a bunch of, you know.
I mean, to be fair, Gundam kind of really does that to itself a lot.
Well, yeah.
Like when we watch like Gundam Seed, like the plot line and the different like environments and stuff is a really big rehash of like the original Gundam.
Oh yeah. Actually, what do we call it? I saw Seed first.
Yeah.
Not original one, and then I think when we were watching the original, I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yeah, I actually saw Seed first too, just because like since the original was older, like it's harder to get.
Yeah.
And to know like, oh, they finally got the license for it for streaming.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, they just copied their own homework.
Yeah.
But changed a few things, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, apparently the director's also doing the Metal Gear Solid movie or some shit like that.
Oh yeah. I never believed that.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously, I don't think you've been following it as long as I have.
Not at all.
But anyway, there have been so many people attached to the Metal Gear movie that I'm just gonna be like, I'm just, unless they actually release it, I'm not gonna really.
Wait, are they all like the same project, or is it kind of like, oh, we planned this Metal Gear thingy and then like it got scrapped and then like we're doing it again and it got scrapped?
Well, see, the from what I understand of how Hollywood works, like they'll have like a project or whatever and they'll kick it around. Like sometimes they'll have directors attached. They might do some pre-production, but it might not go through. And then sometimes like, oh, the director gets busy, they'll have to get like put it on the sidelines. Maybe someone else takes it up, and it doesn't necessarily even stay with the same studio because sometimes the licenses expire and then someone else picks it up. So, I can't remember the exact term. I guess
is it Frankensteining?
No. Like development hell.
Oh.
Actually, they might use the same term for like movies.
I usually hear development hell with like
video games. Yeah. But I think there's a slightly different one for like movies. But the idea is like, I think they're all technically related. Whether the final product reflects that, if it ever comes out, is a different matter.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. Sometimes like you'll have an initial script, and then, you know, you'll shop it around studios. Sometimes they'll be interested, even if they don't make it. And then sometimes like some other studio will pick it up one day, and then we'll get a new script, or we'll change the script, or
actually studios will buy up licenses like just for the heck of it. like they buy up like so many different licenses with without even planning on actually making it a movie, but they just keep it just in case.
Well, yeah. So it depends. Like for Metal Gear, it definitely has had scripts made. Oh, actually, one of them, if I don't know how, I can't remember off the top of my head how far it made it.
Yeah.
But actually, one of the scripts was penned by David Hayter.
Who's that?
Wait. Stop! Don't interrupt me. Okay, the English voice actor for like Snake.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, like he's very passionate about like Metal Gear, to be honest.
Huh.
But like I always feel sorry for him because it never feels like, I'm not sure if it's Konami or Kojima himself. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But he seems to have had a rough relationship with them because he was cast for like Metal Gear Solid 1 to be the voice. But from what I understand, typically you'll ask an actor to reprise the role in sequels and stuff.
Yeah.
But every time he's actually had to try out to reprise the role.
Huh.
And then eventually he just got booted in MGS5, so...
Damn.
Yeah. It's really sad, actually.
Aww.
But, like, when you hear him talk about stuff, he definitely seems to care.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. How should you say, cautiously optimistic? Well, not even optimistic.
Wait and see.
I'm just keeping this at arm's length until like it actually comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and also like we had the like side game stuff that we were watching last night.
Yeah, so I guess it was like Cygames Tech Conference or something like that. But I think it was a 2-day thing. One was last night or in the morning, depending on your perspective.
And it was like the whole day too, so we only caught like a small part of it.
Yeah, and then there's also the second day. It's gonna be tonight, I think. Actually, I wonder if the first day is over, I think. But anyway, I only watched really part of it, and what do you call it? The first part was basically like, oh, if you're interested in creating games, what do you have to do? That sort of stuff. So it was like 4 different people kind of talking about career stuff and all that, which I didn't really pay attention too much. Like I just had in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah, and what were you about to say?
Oh, like, it's hard for me to just understand Japanese, so I just didn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I guess for me it's also kind of like, oh, I probably couldn't take any of this advice anyway right now, so. But the main thing I was interested in was the second part, which was like the 3D CG thing, where like, I think they had 1 or 2 people talking about Uma Musume, like character stuff, where they can't. I guess it's not anything super detailed, like nitty gritty, but it's more like an overarching overview of how the characters are done. So like the different texturing, like the modeling and stuff, and also actually some kind of the effects they had, kind of like the sparkly eyes or, yeah, I guess various other things. I think they also talked about shaders at some point.
Yeah, it had a lot of the shaders and different lighting conditions.
Yeah. So that was pretty neat. Like, I'll definitely have to keep that in mind for my own reference. And then I'm guessing there's probably going to be other people who are more in-depth about that sort of thing, so he'll probably, like, adapt for their own stuff. Like some of the modeling people I follow.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
And then I guess let's go on to Genshin. But yeah, Genshin just had this like 2.3 update stream, and we're getting Eula rerun, which people were not expecting at all.
But your rumors.
Yeah.
Yeah, are they rumors or are they just wish like?
No, there's some people who actually have like leaks or like they do speculation based on like data and stuff. And there's been some leak from like an insider for a while that they're gonna add like another banner. Well, usually what happens in a patch is they'll do like 3 weeks of a rerun or 5-star rerun, and then 3 weeks of like a new character.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Was that always the pattern? I think it's. Actually, no. They might have done it. Well, usually like each patch is like 6 weeks, and usually it's like one banner for 3 weeks and another for 3 weeks. And lately it's been like rerun a new character, rerun new character. Although, wait, wait, no, it was Hu Tao and Shao. No, those were both reruns, and then before that was Kokomi and. Okay, maybe it's not. Okay, maybe it's not that pattern, but crap, I just started playing recently, so like I can't remember the banners.
You know what this is making me think of?
What?
Like the Fako like patterns, if you want to call it that. Like, oh, each summer is like, oh, this pattern's like, oh, there's gonna be a character based on last year's CE. It's like, oh, and then it breaks that pattern, and like, oh, okay, this other pattern. There's always Arturia, like Saberface, like, oh, but then not this year.
Yeah. So that's not a pattern, but basically there's always the point is there's always only been one like rate up banner each at a time. Like one for 3 weeks and then 3 weeks, so there's only one character. And then there's been rumors that they're gonna do like two banners because there's just so many like 5 stars at this point that like you need to wait like a really long time to get a rerun. Or rather it was a leak from like an insider, but like people were like kind of like sus about it and they didn't really like trust it. And then like a few hours before the live stream happened, like we got like big leaks for like trusted leakers. There's like, oh, they're gonna rerun both Albedo and Yula together, which the stream happened, and like they confirmed like, okay, these two characters are getting rerun side by side. So everyone already kind of knew that like Albedo was getting a rerun, and we already knew that like there's gonna get a new character Arataki Ito as for like the other latter part of the patch. But like we didn't expect that they're gonna have like two characters at a time like so quickly, so everyone's just like blindsided by Yula. And also since it's a rerun, they didn't need to test it out, so you don't have leaks from like beta testers who are testing new characters, or like data miners saying like, oh, just like suddenly like this new file, because like they just do need to do a rerun and just access old files. Oh yeah, the new character Arataki Ito, the JP voice is TM Revolution.
What?
Yeah, people were like, what the fuck?
What? That's pretty goofy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah. So yeah, like I'm kind of wondering if I need to get Yula, because I did want her, but like just look at her, like she's just so hot. Oh yeah, her back is like super exposed back, like it's like a V shape like down like that, so like most of her back, like a long strip like exposed at the back.
It's just me or a lot of characters have like open back.
A lot of Genshin characters designs like has a lot of open back and a lot of like tights.
Yeah, like skin tight stuff.
Yeah, skin tights. Also like big fat thighs.
How to make a Genshin character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and apparently like when she slams her like large claymore into ground, apparently she has like butt physics too.
Butt physics?
Yeah. Instead of just the usual boob physics.
Oh, we're revolutionary.
But yeah, like I've been really interested in her character design ever since I first saw her. Oh yeah, her name's Yula, so like when she came out, like everyone was making jokes like, they're adding like end user license agreement as a character.
I hope.
Yeah, but yeah, like everyone just like ran that joke into the ground, like just repeated so much back then.
Just like all memes.
And the Genshin subreddit is full of the same memes over and over and over again. Like you just like every time, like in every comment section, you just see the same lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want her because she's pretty, and she works really well with Raiden too, who I have, so kind of want that. But then it's like, but Ganyu and Yamiko's coming soon. So I was like, I think I might have to like pass on her and like try to get Ganyu instead. Even though I really want her.
That's stuff for you to decide.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel like since Genshin has the whole like pity system, it actually makes me roll differently than like on Fako or whatever. But like Fako doesn't have any pity at all, and then Precon just like does not transfer over.
Yeah.
But so like on Fako, like sometimes like, oh, I just want the 4 stars, so like, I'll roll a little bit. But then like Genshin is like, oh, I can't do that because it has the same pity. So like if it uses up all my pity, then I can't use it for Ganyu.
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, so it actually ends up like making me like more hesitant to roll sometimes
Compared to like everything else.
compared to like Fako at least. But at the same time, like if you save up long enough, then like you can try to guarantee to get like some character you really want.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to say like what's better or worse. Well, I mean, I think Genshin's like definitely way better than Fate Go, like gacha wise. But it kind of has that effect on me. Where it's like, ah, shit, I can't I need to like sit out the banner entirely, kind of thing.
Haven't you had a lot more lucky rolls for Fate Go lately though?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, which is just a statistical anomaly, not indicative of the
I've
actual.
I've had so many like bad luck in Fate Go.
I don't know, but you've also had a lot of good luck,
Yeah. Like,
so it averages out.
what about you though? Like you're like semi F2P and you have like all this like good luck shit.
Well, see, the thing is though, it's like I feel like my luck is more on the extremes than you,
Yeah.
where I have like bigger. Oh, what do you call it? Oh, what would you call it if you roll a lot and you don't get it? I don't know.
Losing streak?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I have bigger, like, or like longer losing streaks.
Yeah.
Like, but also I also have a mix of like dumb luck.
You also got like NP2 Castoria.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like my rules are more extreme than yours, like on both ends. I feel you like yours are more like
statistically normal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Also, this character like she's like really tsundere. Like she's from this like noble house line that used to like oppress like the state like the Mondstadt region, but then so like her family's full of shit. But then like she doesn't want to like stay with them, so that she joined the knights instead, which are kind of like against them. But then because like she was also from the noble line, like like a lot of the knights don't like her, and like townspeople don't like her either. So she's kind of stuck in the middle where it's like kind of like surrounded by enemies and doesn't really have friends except for Amber. Like that bunny like fire archer girl you meet at the beginning.
She has friends.
Yeah, like she's kind of like her only friend. Well, her and the one of the cooks at the restaurant or something. But she also talks with like noble euphemisms constantly, and just like doesn't really never says her true feelings. It just like uses like weird words and sounds like super tsundere, so like everyone like misunderstands her. And then like you play her story and you find out like, oh, like she's actually a tsundere. So like when she says like, oh, I will have vengeance for this later, it actually means like, oh, I'll remember this in a good way, or so.
What?
Or some, kind of. But
what are you saying?
Yeah, but you can't. So it's kind of like she's saying that it's like an embarrassing thing, but then you also can't tell like when she's actually mad or when she's not mad either, because like she always says like, oh, wait that aside like the whole time. So like personally I find that part of her like really annoying.
Damn. You know what that's making me think of, like the way you're describing this?
Yeah.
It's like how would I put it? Hello, fellow commoners.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. But she's hot. Also, she's one of the big like meta DPS too. Like I think they call her like damage per screenshot because like she does like those like really big numbers that people like show off and stuff. So like I want her. Maybe I'll roll with it, but in the pity system, like.
Wait, did we buy her?
Huh?
Did we buy her?
There's no figure of her yet.
Oh, must be a different Genshin.
See, most of the top tier Genshin waifus are like really like blue purple theme colors.
Oh.
Like okay, like they're always like blue or purple. Like we got like Eula, we got Ganyu, we got Mona, we got Ayaka. They're all blue, and then like in purplish blue, we got like Keking and Raiden, and yeah.
You know what that makes me think?
What?
It's like in MMOs where you have that color coded rarity system.
Oh yeah.
So is this the color coding like?
It was like most of the best character designs are blue.
Yeah, so like blue is legendary.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and we also got like new artifacts, like defense artifact thing. I don't think we had a defense artifact before, so like this is supposed to be like best in slot for Ito, like the TM Revolution guy, but it's also gonna be really good for Noel too, like the 4-star maid. Although Noel, she's not like you kind of need her like Constellation 6, so like, I don't have her like that far yet, so I don't know if I can use her much or not. But what I'm more interested in is this artifact set. It's like healing thingy for Kokomi, but then but it's kind of like like when she heals your party members, it forms this bubble that like records how much you heal, and then like it'll explode and like you use that number to like do damage on enemy. So it's kind of like you heal to kill.
Oh,
I'm a healer, but and like cocked gun.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, like, I'm really looking forward to this. Like this one actually got like data mined and leaked like from the not data mined but like leaked from the beta testers for quite a while already. So I was gonna like farm some artifacts for Kokomi, but then I saw this and I was like, okay, I guess I'll hold off and like farm for other people instead, and then wait for this thing to come before like working on Kokomi's artifacts.
You know what does make me think?
Yeah.
They need better beta testers. There's like
yeah, like they make people sign like NDAs, but then these people just leak it anyways.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely ways you can get around, or what do you call it? Make it harder to leak stuff.
I just wonder why they haven't done like a what do you call it, like canary trap yet.
Yeah.
Where they just like, oh, for this one specific motherfucker, we're gonna like give them like this different thing, and then just wait till the rumors show up and like, oh, you're caught red-handed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That or they don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they took this on to come out, because like this goes really well for Kokomi, who came out like last patch, and Kokomi's like the Umi character. But man, people just like hating on her so much. So it's really annoying. Like, I mean, like yeah, like she's a healer and like she's not like top tier or anything, but like there's so much like irrational hate. Like people get like really like mad about her like every time. But like, I like her a lot. Like she's really fun to play, and I feel like she's really effective at what she does. So really excited for this one to come out.
Yeah, actually, when you describe that sort of outlook,
yeah,
it definitely gives me a different impression. Like as a, what do you call it? Subculture. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
Because it definitely seems a lot more, what do you call it? Adversarial. Like the fan base.
Yeah.
I feel like, what do you call it? I feel like for Fate.Go
has a way better fan base than Grand Genshin.
Yeah, like I think when the character is not that great, like gameplay wise, it's more like, oh man, it's more like, it's not like angry so much, but more like
disappointment.
Like
oh, I want them to be better because I like them and I want to like, oh, but some people like, oh, like they're not that good, but I want to use them anyways. Because...
Yeah, like, oh, I'll still use them, or what do you call it? It's also, it's like, oh, there's also the whole strengthening aspect, because like, oh, we can always hope for that.
Yeah.
And then, you know.
Well, nothing against like Genshin doesn't really buff people.
Yeah.
I mean, they buff Song Li because like China threw a big fit about him before.
Yeah.
But apart from that, they don't really do buffs. But yeah, like people get. I mean, there are definitely like a lot of people who are still like Kokomi mains and who like love her a lot and like really appreciate her. But like, it's like a lot of people are really vocal about like hating on her, and also vocal about like, oh, like this character's like you need to go for like all like the S tier like top tier like meta characters, or like, oh, this character isn't as good as this other one, therefore this person like sucks and like you shouldn't like play with them.
Yeah, you know? It definitely seems like it's more focused on the, I guess, the gameplay aspect.
Like very much so. I think it's just because like Fate.Go has a more like typical weeb fan base, whereas like Genshin it's kind of a mixture of like weebs and,
well, yeah, like it has a wider, well, not necessarily a wider, how like a different kind of fan base.
Yeah, but like definitely like part of the fan base like just came from like the regular like gamers. But,
yeah. So that probably changes stuff a bit.
Yeah, so I really want to see how this will like make Kokomi like play as. Oh yeah, like Kokomi has a thing where like she has like minus 100% crit rate, so like you're not supposed to build crit on her at all.
Yeah.
Which I kind of disagree with like how they did that, but like at the same time it's like, oh, like there's a character I don't have to worry about farming crit artifacts for, because trying to get crit stats on artifacts is like a pain in the ass. So it's good in that way, but then like with this domain, since like you're mostly gonna be farming this for Kokomi, I have a feeling I'm gonna get a whole bunch of like circlets with like full like crit stats. It's like farming for other characters, like no crit, where's my crit, and then farming for Kokomi, and just watch it. Like people are gonna be getting a bunch of like crit things from this domain.
Yay!
Okay, what else we got? Okay, with mistake. Oh yeah, Fate.Go still doing the rerun thing, right?
Yeah, Fate.Go, we're still on the Himiko like rerun. So it's actually a few more days. I don't know how you're doing.
I barely did it. I just probably just give up on this event.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
But by rare prisms to begin.
Yeah.
There's also like 4 lores, 5, something like that.
Oh shit. I'm probably not gonna be able to get it in time though.
Unless you like farm like hell.
Yeah. Man, I really wanted to take Kimiko like Tamula Yukari, but like I should probably save it just in case Mother Harlot.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of which, that probably will not be next update.
Harlot? Oh, because the Guda Guda like rerun. Wait, no, it's not a rerun. It's a new thing, right?
It's a new one.
Yeah.
So they announced it like fairly recently. I can't remember what the event's called, but it's definitely Guda Guda something.
I think it's like 5 or Guda Guda 6 or.
Wait.
There are so many Guda Gudas.
Yeah. But anyway, the main point for this one is you need to have cleared Lost Belt 5.5, which should be like the Japanese themed one.
Oh yeah.
So
I should be good on that, I think.
right. So there's I guess there's 2 implications for that. One is that it's gonna be more difficult than like other events that newer players can just like jump into.
Yeah.
The second one is probably gonna be a lore reason.
Like story really. Oh yeah, because like 5.5 was a Japanese one with the like this Raita snake woman.
Yeah. So they're probably gonna drop some lore of some sort.
Yeah.
That probably spoils that chapter. I'm not sure what that means, but I mean, you know, Guda Guda always has Japanese themed servants.
Wonder if they're gonna have another like Okita or Nobu.
Yeah.
Well, they just had Okita for summer, so maybe they'll do a new Nobu.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna have a new servant, like a free one. Because like, the Himiko one, well, it technically didn't, but it kind of did.
It did?
It doesn't have one that you get for free exactly, but they introduced Nobukatsu, I think.
Oh. Wait, that was it. That was a Himiko event?
Or wait, was it before that? Oh, well, no, it may have been before that, actually.
I don't remember.
Okay, actually, never mind. I take take my words carefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so hopefully they introduce a new free servant.
Yeah.
And there's definitely going to be a gacha servant because, obviously.
Yeah, I just wondered if the gacha's gonna be Nobunaga again or not.
Yeah.
How many Nobunagas are there? There's the free Nobunaga, there's the summer Nobunaga.
Berserker. Oh, wait, no, wait, that's, you said summer.
The Avenger 5-star.
Yeah. That's actually, I think that might be it.
Oh. How many Okitas are there?
More than that.
Okay, we got the OG Okita, and then we got the
Summer
Okita 4-star, and then we got Summer Okita 5-star for like Summer Alter, and then we got Okita Alter. So is that all?
It might be all of them. Yeah, because I'm only missing the normal one.
I feel like there was more than that, but yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, maybe they have to balance it out with another Nobu.
Yeah.
But there's not really too much to go on other than, just some basic kind of guesses we can make.
Yeah.
They are throwing down the live stream, I think on the 17th.
Yeah, I think I saw that. 17th, so that's Wednesday?
It's usually Tuesday, Wednesday, one of the two. But it coincides with the end of the current rerun. So there's a good chance they'll drop the...
They went right away.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I guess that's their pattern, it seems like, for lately. That they'll have a rerun of some sort, and then they'll do, what do you call it, a sequel event? Like, because that's the same way for, like, Halloween. And it also gives them, like... I guess they've been using it as an excuse to drop, servant coins into players' hands.
Oh, yeah. Because I forgot I need to go get those.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Well, at least for the current one event, they're only giving away Nobukatsu.
Oh. I don't really use them, so.
Yeah. Well, like, he's one of those, like, weird limited common rarity people. And so you can't get it any other way, as far as I know.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. It's up to you, obviously. I don't really use them, but, like, it could be useful if they do introduce another Nobu, since, like, he does buff Nobus. He exists to, like, sacrifice himself to buff Nobu.
Damn.
Which is perfect.
Damn. Okay. Oh. Let's go to animals.
Okay. I don't think there's any... Oh, I guess there... the one thing I can mention about the Precon before we go on.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, the the current event ended at some point,
Mm.
and now we're back to this Tower of Luna thing that always drives me crazy.
Oh.
I guess that they must be doing it a monthly thing or something like that.
I guess.
But anyway, they introduced 20 more flow ores, so a total of 130. I'm at 129 right now.
Oh, nice.
And I have a few more days.
Oh.
So like, oh, it's not as bad as before. But now this boss is like, I guess with each update, like each set of floors seems to have the same boss that repeats every 10 levels.
Huh.
But this one's a bitch. Like, for some of the harder ones, I would just, what do you call it? Do it as battle of attrition and send my like underlings to like die to their deaths, and I slowly chip away at them.
Yeah.
But this boss like has their special attack or whatever.
Yeah.
Also heals them quite a lot.
God damn it.
So actually, I ran into this issue where I sent some minions to like go weaken it.
Yeah.
And they actually healed up more than like the damage they did. So yeah. So I have to use my strongest feeble to kill it.
Yeah.
But then if they can't kill it, then I have to wait for them each day to reset to revive them so I can kill it again.
Oh.
Dumb.
That sounds like a pain in the ass.
This game makes me pissed off.
Yeah, let's go to Muffled Alternative.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised at this shot because at the end of the last episode, like he was running after Kasumi and like he was still looking for her, but he ran into the like mysterious dude.
Yeah.
But then now in this shot, it's like Kasumi's already like behind him and he's like trying to protect her, so this feels kind of off.
Yeah, it might be some issue with the what do you call it? Consistency.
Yeah.
Or we can like look back and see what happened. But anyway, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to check like it's a real guy, you know, because like the version of him in this world is supposed to be dead. So and then this guy's like why is this like dead man through here? So like trying to check if like some sort of disguise thing.
Yeah, like we already got hints of that sort of thing, from like Mana.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they're getting like some sus letter.
Yeah, so I guess the first part of this episode was kind of like going a little bit more into the political realm of the world, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think this was it? No, it wasn't. Was it Tama that saw this?
No, it was.
Or was Mikoto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, because she was climbing up the tree.
Oh yeah, because like the new like intelligence guy is like Mikoto's dad, and he was like talking about Mikoto about and, like while that was going on, like it cut to like Mikoto climbing the tree and seeing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's ominous signs, like things happening.
Yeah. I guess they don't really cover the whole political situation right in this episode. I mean, it's a lot to cover.
Yeah, they just said that like there's gonna be like trouble brewing.
But yeah, basically, the politics of Japan differ a decent amount compared to our world because like after World War II, things diverged quite a bit.
Yeah.
Actually, it diverged a little bit before that. I guess the main thing is obviously Shogunate's still in power.
Yeah.
That's one of those weird things. But yeah, like, I guess the safe way to put it is Japan's relationship with, like, say, the U.S. is a lot different. And there's a lot more, what do you call it? The factions in Japan are those that are a little bit more friendly and a little bit less tolerant of that. Let's go with that. More imperialistic. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
I think that's all I can really say for now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and like being sus about like they knew exactly like which HSST like was gonna have an accident or like or actually it's more like it's gonna be sabotaged.
Yeah.
So this kind of confirms it a little bit because they kept an eye on it, like it kept it from being sabotaged.
Yeah. Did they cover that in the show itself? Like that was gonna get shot down, or like not shot down, but what do you call it?
That was gonna fall.
Yeah, fall.
Yeah, but it didn't say why. But then he just said like, do something about this thing.
Yeah, but yeah, in the unlimited timeline, Tama had to shoot it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I just recently I replayed like Muffled Extra doing my like Takemichi stream.
Yeah.
And I was going down the Tama route and like I had a lot of things like Tama being nervous and like when she had like do the competition, like everything was riding on her, like shooting it and hitting the target.
Yeah.
So I felt like that's a big like parallel to like her and the shooting the SST.
Right. Yeah, I feel like that's one of those neat things you get if you go through extra and unlimited together, like go out down all the routes, because what do you call it? Unlimited slash alternative are they're very how would I put it? They're structured to kind of like parallel extra in a lot of ways. So it's always kind of interesting, like that sort of stuff. And without, I guess if you want to go down some other routes, like I won't say anything more.
Okay. But yeah, and then a big thing about Tama's route is her like inside with like performing and like how she's kind of like in a way she's like giving up on like oh like if like not care, well not like not caring but like trying to think like oh like I get hurt if I fail, so I'm just gonna assume I fail like anyways in the first place.
I guess it's kind of that sort of feeling of like oh you want this thing and then you don't get it, and then it's like, oh, I didn't actually want that thing in the first place.
Yeah, and then like it keeps happening, so she just kind of like she just like stops like expecting anything.
Yeah.
And so like I relate like so much to that, because like that was pretty much like my mindset since I was a kid. Like those exact words actually.
Yeah.
Like when I was like a kid, I was like, oh, like whenever like, I try to get happy or like expect good things, like it always goes wrong. So like I'm just gonna like always assume everything's gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
And also kind of annoyed like Takeru and people though that like being harsh on her. They like, oh, like she's like running away from herself, blah 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 thing. But yeah, and that like Tama's route like that was like that hit me deep. Like, damn.
What was I gonna say about that? Yeah, actually, that's one of those interesting things if you go down the side routes where you see a little bit more, you know, about the characters. That there's a little bit more behind like how they act, I think, because like I guess if you only go through the main stuff, you think Tom is like some goofball, but like
yeah,
there's definitely more.
I feel like I should go down the other people routes, but like I said before, like I can't really stand Ayamine, so I don't really want to like do her route.
Oh, well, let me say that it does have parallels with the upcoming unlimited or like alternative like plot arc.
I guess I'll see about that.
How about Incho?
Incho. I mean, she's stuck up as hell, but I think I'm more okay with her.
Well, she's stuck up, but she's also right. Allowed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's also the lacrosse match that they had like keep going with.
Well, yeah, the little lacrosse match. It's just a parallel for like the TSF training.
I guess. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like that.
Oh, it's definitely meant to be that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sumika dreams. Yeah, and this weird thing where like, well, when he's dreaming, like he's kind of like returning to his world, and it gets into this episode starts getting more the really like weird sci-fi, like metaphysical thing with like dimension hopping and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like this is one of those things that that's hard to portray in the show.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing the alternative game, like these sort of like dream sequences are happening a lot more often and stuff, and you get a little bit more hint that there's something more to the dreams than actual dreams, I guess. But like, I guess with the pace of the show, it feels a little bit more sudden.
Yeah.
But I mean, we already know he's from a different world, so I feel like it's a little bit easier to accept.
I mean, it's easier to accept. It's just this whole thing about like, oh, like his consciousness goes back while his body's still here, like, and all that thing is just kind of weird.
Yeah. I feel like I can't say anything because
Yeah.
We'll just go with this for now.
But yeah, having Kasumi's so cute. I love her. Was there a Kasumi route? No, right?
No.
Yeah. I need a Kasumi route.
Okay.
She's adorable.
Yeah. But anyway, like Yuko Sensei is like, oh, you have to be roommates with Kasumi now.
Yeah, I guess it kind of hits at like how like she has like some sort of like special power that like keeps him anchored, sort of.
Yeah, there's some special connection that's being hinted at.
Yeah, she's so adorable.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people like rag on the new designs, but I feel like for Kasumi, I feel like her new like anime design looks might be a little bit more cuter than the alternative one, like the VN, maybe.
I had to think about that one.
Let's see the. I need to go look at the other one again, I guess. But like something about like how round and smooth like her face design is for here, like just really nice.
I think for her, for whatever reason,
Hmm.
she looks the most similar to the original. I
Yeah.
think actually.
I guess well, Yuko Sensei though.
Is she that similar?
Yuko looks pretty much the same as the original,
What?
isn't she?
Kind of similar, I guess.
Yeah.
Some of the other characters like feel way different though.
Yeah. Speaking of the other characters, man, they were just getting like jealous right away. It's
Yeah,
like why are you so jealous? Like,
I have answers, but I'll leave it at that.
well, like everyone has like a boner for Takeru, but still, like, man, why is everyone like so?
Oh well, I have more of an answer to that, but
Oh,
I'm
what?
not gonna say anything.
Oh, why? Spoilers?
Maybe
Yeah.
if I try to do the full explanation, it would be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they try like you go to send him in the machine, like try to get him back, and then this scene is like it's really iconic from like extra, but like he just kind of like walks in on like Sumi in the bathroom. Like when this happened again, I was like, oh shit, this callback.
Yeah. Well, actually, you kind of jump to the machine. Like, oh, what machine?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah. So Yuko Sensei was like, oh, let's try to do this like more deliberately. So she makes him in the machine to try to like actually get him to go travel between worlds more, like more fully, I guess.
Yeah, and then we have no idea how the hell that machine got built.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the big things like what's really sudden about the story. Like like suddenly she just has this machine. Like where'd she get the parts? Where'd she get the time to build it? Where'd she get the technology? Where'd she like work out the theory and stuff? Like it just kind of like came out of nowhere. Sort of.
Well, for that one, there's more to it. Because I'm pretty sure she didn't build the machine for this. It's a machine built for something else, which I'm not gonna say. That's been modified.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, but still, it's still like, even if you think about it that way, it's still kind of quick, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
in the show it is, but like I think it takes some time for her to like do the modifications. Because I'm pretty sure it's not the next day. I think it's like after several days or like a week or two. Or something like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the Yuko Sensei in this world doesn't really have the theory like worked out though.
No, she does have the theory worked out.
For like parallel world shit.
Yeah. Wait, didn't you forget what happened? Okay, we'll get to it in the point, but she has the theory already.
Wait, I thought it was like incomplete or whatever, and that's why she needed like the other world Yuko.
No, that's for a different thing. Like, okay, so they don't cover this necessarily like in too much detail in the show.
Yeah.
But her like PhD thesis is on quantum causality and like parallel worlds.
Wait, is like that in the alternative universe too? I thought that was just the extra universe.
No, it's both of them.
Oh.
That's why she gave Takeru the thesis paper to show the other one, so she would know it was her.
Oh, that was a thesis paper.
Yeah. Well, I think it includes it, but I think there was other stuff. Yeah.
I thought that was like just an extra only thing.
No. Like if you think about it from her logic, it's like, oh, I'm the only one who can like come up with this. Therefore, if I have show a copy to myself, then I would know it's me.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, she definitely had it worked out.
Okay.
Like it's the other thing, which I don't know how much we can divulge.
The fitting 12 billion something conductors into the palm of a hand.
Yeah, that's a
like,
separate thing.
He mentioned that in the first episode.
Yeah, but that...
Or no, the second episode, something like that.
Yeah, but that's a different project.
Yeah.
See, right here.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really touching when like, oh yeah, the first attempt like it failed because like he was kind of there, but like he couldn't like affect the world. He would like watch on from like the other Takeru's perspective. But like, the second attempt like he managed to like manifest there and then get. Oh yeah, like kind of wonder like if he can transfer across the world, but like why is he able to like carry things like the papers with him?
Well, I guess it's probably by the same logic of why does he bring his clothes with him. So it's probably that's the way I would think about it. Like, oh, if we accept he can take his clothes between worlds, like, yeah.
Also, like before now, like when he was dreaming, like only his consciousness came back, but his body was still there. But like, now with this machine, like like his entire body just like got transported over.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing. Like the machine expands whatever is happening to him.
Yeah.
Because in some sense, like his mind goes inside of that world's like Takeru.
Yeah.
And that's why he can't really affect it. It's only like he's like a passenger in the other like version of him.
Yeah.
But this one lets him manifest like separately.
So there's two Takerus running around.
Well, technically we don't know that.
Yeah.
And by we I mean I know that. So yeah, it looks like the next episode will kind of be following what's going on in this world, at least partially.
Yeah. I'm kind of confused about this part because like I kind of got it mixed up with like a different thing that happens later.
Yeah. See,
that's pretty spoilery though. So
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it at that.
Oh yeah, like it's just like, oh shit, I'm right, bitches.
See. So, yeah, exactly what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
It's like,
But yeah, it's pretty touching. Like, well, like even though like for Yuko Sensei, like she also saw Takeru recently, but like after hearing his story, she has this really like welcome home kind of like atmosphere, and like she was like really like introspective and like looking at him like, oh, like he's all grown up now kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like asked like, salute from me, and like I don't know, it just felt like really like touching reunion.
Yeah, I like this part. Like, I guess, what do you call it? A lot of times we kind of think about like, oh, this is the extra version or this is the alternative version, but it's like this kind of makes an interesting kind of like bridge between the two. It's like, oh, kind of deep down they are the same person, I guess.
Yeah, and also like we knew it was gonna be like emotional for Takeru because like obviously, but like to see like Yuko getting emotional about it too is kind of
Yeah.
Also, E equals M squared equals love.
Oh yeah. I think that's actually on her board on the original game.
Oh.
Actually, it'd be kind of interesting to look at some of the equations.
I don't know what the hell all this other shit is.
I'd have to see it blown up.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess things are gonna get like sped up more in alternative maybe.
Yeah. Like I have an idea of what the next bit's gonna be, but obviously I don't want to say it.
Guess we need to talk about that after the show.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's time for Sumika. This next episode. Like, we only had really small glimpses of her.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, something I want to mention. Go back to the toilet. Go back to the toilet. Okay, so this is one of those interesting things, if I'm remembering correctly, that is.
Yeah.
Like, if you do play the game,
yeah,
like in extra, you do end up in the bathroom somehow, right?
Twice.
Yeah, but I think part of it is kind of like, oh, why did I even go there? Where like Takeru's like, or was it something else? There's something weird about the bathroom scene.
Wait, was there? I thought there wasn't, or I don't remember it being weird.
I had to double check. But there's some weirdness that happens in extra that you don't really think too much about. You just assume it's part of the goofiness.
Yeah.
But if you go through Unlimited and Alternative, you start to wonder, like...
Is it the other world Takeru, like, affecting this world Takeru?
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, there's definitely examples I could bring up, but for a different time.
Okay.
No, we don't want to get like banned. Okay, is YouTube-kun okay?
It'll be fine.
You say that now.
Yeah, 86. So we see the invasion against the Republic of San Magnolia.
Only very briefly, right? For the first minute or something.
Yeah, but it looks like a really desperate situation. Like these things are already like in the city. And the 86 got brought into the city to like help fight them off because Lena like to control. Yeah, I just love scenes like this where like oh everyone's like lined up and then the guns start firing like boom 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 boom. Wait, this actually parallels the previous episode too. What like we saw this exact like layout in the previous episode, but it was with the Reagan Laves in on like the other side of the battlefield when Shin was like leading them. So like when this happened again in this episode, like it was like oh looks cool, like seeing it as a flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Lena's like the only like top dog because like she's pretty much the only competent person left in the entire military because like everyone else is just like full of like dipshits.
Well, I'm assuming the people either like died like not expecting stuff,
Yeah,
or they just like fled, straight up fled.
yeah. Like there's like very few veterans from like when the war first started. Oh yeah, like I just like started rereading the first volume of it, so they came across like a few more details that they didn't cover. But yeah, like most of the military like they either died off or like they just got turned to like 86. So like everyone left inside like all this like white people, military people. I mean they're literally white people. So yeah, like the entire military is just like this girl like added like she described it as basically like it's basically just glorified unemployment, where like people who can't get jobs anywhere else are like just like kind of dumped in the military and like just do nothing but like drink all day.
Yay!
So Lena's like the only one competent, so she has to like take to the field and stuff. Yeah, this shot was like so cool. I love Lena so much. Well, yeah, like I always wondered like why it showed them like flying in the sky even though they're kind of like land units in OP. But then like we saw like oh they're gonna try, like the plan that they want to do is to do an airdrop deep in enemy territory.
I feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Well, they've got the OP they played at the beginning.
Well, yeah.
Also, like I always thought it was like 5, but then oh, there's 6 dots in the OP. So I kind of wonder if like one of them supposed to represent Frederica, even though like I don't think she's gonna join them because she's just supposed to be a mascot. Or so maybe it's just like a representation and not like a literal thing.
Maybe. It could be a lot of different things.
Yeah, need to cover her eyes from like all the stuff. Actually, I wonder like is there really any point when she can like resonate and like see the battlefield and stuff? Anyways,
I'm not sure.
well, I guess it's like even if she can do that, I guess it's different to like see like literally like in front of your face. So
maybe. Well, I guess in this sort of situation, you might not necessarily be thinking about all those details. You might just be like it might be more of a gut reaction, like oh, like you know,
yeah,
cover her eyes rather than like think oh you know I'll cover her eyes, but does that really mean anything? If, you know, I don't think I don't think we have time to be like thinking about that too deeply.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like she's just kind of like oh man, she's worried about Shin. Because like, yeah, she already saw like her like trusted retainer, like Kiria, like turn into a monster from like all the fighting, and Shin's kind of like has his foot like halfway through that door already. Yeah, the real gun like howling them in the first season, like finally started coming back. I kind of wonder why it took them so long to like start attacking again.
Yeah. Like from like between seasons, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I guess like we kind of saw how like I was about to say better because like 86 and Love are like they're really tight parallels to each other in a way, like for like the like world building wise.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like the author might have taken inspiration.
Yeah, but
I mean, we know like Attack on Titan was direct like inspired.
Yeah,
but anyway.
But yeah, like we already saw how like the Legion was like conserving forces for like the big offensive and like trying to like trick them to tricking the other countries into thinking that like they didn't have that many left.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that's why they were hiding the railgun until like this latest offensive.
Right. Well, we know they can manufacture their own stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
But we don't really know the rate that they can do it.
Yeah.
So, I guess one of the potential options is that they don't want to reveal this until they have enough forces to defend it.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know. Or perhaps like they're manufacturing the little minions more than like any replacement parts, because we do find out they had to actually replace the barrels after some shots.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah.
And the first time we're actually seeing like communications with the other countries.
Right.
The United Kingdom of Rogue Russia.
Yeah, I think I wasn't quite expecting this because what do you call it? I was assuming everyone was gonna still be operating solo.
Yeah.
Or like, even though they technically established some sort of communication, I was expecting it to be like more rudimentary, like just to go through the interference.
Yeah.
Not like not full like video comm.
Yeah, I was surprised they managed to get a Zoom meeting through that interference.
Yeah, yeah. So I was assuming like, oh, at best we can like do Morse code or something.
Yeah.
Something with like,
low bandwidth.
Low bandwidth, like that you can do like a strong signal.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, even Zoom meeting.
Zoom meeting in another world. But yeah, always be sus about these like foreign peoples.
Oh my god.
You can't trust other countries.
Oh my god.
It's just politics.
This is why these things overran humanity.
Yeah. Yeah, like every capital is in firing range. Kind of wonder why it didn't just like shoot on the capital instead right away, and like went for the 4 operating bases first.
Yeah. I guess it depends on your perspective.
Yeah.
Because I guess if you take out the capital, then in some sense you could take out the head.
Yeah.
But it also depends on like how their military is structured and how disciplined it is, because they could still potentially operate.
Yeah.
I guess it really depends. Like I don't think we know enough about all the different countries to say. But I guess one of the parallels I can kind of think of is like, oh, if like Washington D.C. gets like nuked or whatever, there's contingency stuff to keep military going and like other governmental facilities. Like, you know, in that event.
Yeah.
Like several backup like sites and stuff. So it could also be just like directly attacking the military assets might be more beneficial.
Yeah.
Then you can just like slowly march into the capital without worrying about any, what do you call it, resistance.
Yeah.
So it depends, I think.
And so yeah, you need to do a deep strike to like get rid of that thing. Like, oh, you need to do a suicide mission. Also, this guy is like really sus.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's probably from like intelligence. Well, I think he kind of mentioned stuff about like strategic HQ.
Something like that.
But yeah, I kind of wonder why he bothered like approaching the 86 directly and being like, oh, like the Federation's not like that. But then like we see later that he's also kind of the one behind the orders.
Well, it seems this to be some sort of like manipulation.
Yeah. Yeah, also like it feels. I guess it's believable that like the other soldiers would like hate the 86 because of how like different and weird they are. But at the same time, I kind of feel like there's more like hostility directed towards them than there should be. I don't know.
Right. I feel like in some ways it feels like it's trying to be a continuation of the, I guess, storyline from previously.
Yeah, it's like a continuation of like the other country.
Yeah, except for with like obviously different people.
Yeah. I don't know, but for me, like the way I feel, like if there was like an ace unit on the battlefield, I feel like I'd probably like revere them more than like hate them like this.
Right. I think that's the thing that feels a little bit weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think it feels like more outright hatred.
Yeah.
Rather, oh, how would I put it? Yeah, I have to think about how I would phrase this. I feel like the soldiers would still like at least some of them wouldn't necessarily have a positive opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would be as negative.
And even if it is as negative, I don't think it would be like as like unilateral. Or not unilateral. Commonplace and widespread.
Yeah.
But like this seems like the default for like everyone instead of like there being a big like spectrum of like different opinions.
Right. Like I feel like even if you were on more of the negative side, I feel like you'd still be like, oh, better them than me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I I wouldn't want to, what do you call it, antagonize them if they're the ones that could keep me alive.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Also, like just speaking from a meta point of view, like the like they're going a lot about how like it's just like, oh, like we don't want like special treatment, we don't want pity, we like just let us fight whatever.
Yeah.
But then from a meta point of view, it kind of feels like the writers have like a big like victim complex that they're like doing.
Oh,
and, like,
definitely.
yeah.
I don't think that's like much of an argument or like argument against it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I mean, it's people are definitely shitty, but also but at the same time, it kind of feels like over that the setup feels a little over the top, in a sense.
It could be, yeah.
And speaking of shitty people, and fuck this bitch.
Wait, you're censoring her.
Yeah. Fuck this bitch. So it's like Nina, like this, like Eugene's sister, and like when Eugene died, like she's like, oh, let me see like her picture one more time. Like we see it, like oh, cute. So he's so bad for his family, and then like this girl be a little bitch, be a little bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and this is that like orange guy punk ass bitch.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like so she keeps like sending him like, these letters like, why did you kill my brother? Give him back, all that. It's like this bitch, and like. And this guy, even though he says it himself, like, oh, it's easier to blame it on somebody else. So, like, he knows that, but at the same time, he still goes on to, like, deliver the messages anyways.
Yeah.
It's like, son of a bitch. But yeah, I just want to powerize her and piss on her grave.
Damn. I think, actually, for this one,
yeah,
it's one of those things that, unfortunately, is a bit too realistic, if that makes sense, because...
Yeah,
I've definitely heard of similar, well, not this exact one, but like similar things where, say, the family of someone who's died blames, whoever was with them, even though they were trying to save them, or that sort of thing. Like, why you survive, or
like, why didn't you make it in time? Like, oh, you could have done something. Why didn't you do something?
Right.
Yeah.
Which it feels so, like I mean, I can definitely understand being like upset, sad, whatever.
Yeah.
About like your loved one dying, but I don't know. It feels so. Is entitled a good word to use, or like
maybe
I'm not really sure how best to describe it, but to kind of like direct that sort of like negative feelings towards, someone who doesn't deserve it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I really fucking hate this bitch. I also hate this punk ass motherfucker too. Like he's been a punk ass like the entire time.
Yeah.
Why did he survive?
Well, this is how it works. Like all the decent people like die.
Yeah, so like we saw before like how previous episode like he kind of went like battle craze and I was like ignoring everyone else like talking to him, and like now like, oh, it's because of this bitch.
Yeah, I guess we didn't like know exactly what was going on originally.
Yeah, like it's kind of like, oh, like he's probably like breaking from like doing this for so long, which means like he probably would have like gotten there naturally anyways, but like now we see like, oh, like she's a big catalyst for it.
Yeah,
and it just makes me hate her so much.
Actually, on a very side detail.
Yeah.
Every time the English shows up on the show, I can't necessarily read it all, like especially if it's a big wall of text, but it seems to be grammatically correct.
It's very good English.
So it's like, oh, do they have like an actual person that they hire?
I think it might just be the original author. Well, I think like a lot of stuff was like described like being in English, even like in the text for the light novel. Well, but then again, like I'm reading a translation, so I don't know like how it was.
Oh, well, I mean, like, do they have someone on the show that's like checking the English translation?
Probably.
But yeah, like it definitely seems like actually these four nations all seem to use English.
Yeah. I mean, San Magnolia is pretty much like America.
Yeah.
Well, America and France, because they also use a lot of French for things like, oh yeah, like reading the light novel again. The capital for San Magnolia is literally just fucking called like Equality at like liberty at equality or something, like the French version like liberty, like equality and freedom.
Yeah.
Like and they just use a lot of like very like obvious things like that like throw back to like French revolutions and
Yeah.
terms and stuff.
Actually, something I've been wondering for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, the time system they're using is like the stellar year or whatever.
Yeah.
So something I've been wondering, it's like, is this some off-world like colony planet originally?
Ugh.
That
Maybe.
Anyway, it might not be. Maybe it's just like whatever, but it's something I've thought about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this. Kind of wonder like he's just like imagining it or like or if he's like feels it on a deeper level because of how he has like the power to like like resonate and like communicate with like people in the dead and stuff.
It could be both.
Yeah.
Actually, that could be an interesting thing where it's like you have those two like things kind of compounding on each other, like some weird feedback loop that just makes it even more extreme.
Yeah. Yeah, this fucking bitch. But yeah, a lot of these voices were like also like other like random other soldiers and stuff too.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the part where like his unit gets the order to like go on the suicide mission, and then, like I just keep calling her Rin.
Yeah.
I guess she's like defending them kind of, so it's like parallels like Lena on the other side.
Yeah. Actually, here's a thought for you. I don't think it's probably gonna be this way. But what if she's the sixth one?
Maybe. Well, oh yeah, the sixth one could also be that like that old guy in their unit too.
Yeah.
Well, although I think he's gonna send like, I think it's gonna be more than that though. So I don't think it's. I think the OP is a literal representation.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
Supposed to go into like 15 people or whatever.
Right.
But I think it's more like metaphorical. So
well,
I think it could be her. It could be her or Frederica.
Yeah, but yeah, like even I guess their whole unit is going.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Potentially that six could represent the core six.
Yeah.
So maybe she's counting as part of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, another thing is that like her and Eugene is the same. Like they're Alba, so like the same race that oppressed them in Magnolia.
Oh.
So like this, like shit, here we go again. Oh yeah, another thing like a lot of people like they hate like on the 86 because like of like or, like these monsters they can fight so well and but whatever. But then like among the 86 like people follow and trusted Shin precisely because like he's like the one like gonna keep going on and like keep surviving. So like instead of like turning against him, like they put their hopes with him so that like he would deliver them to the final destination. So I feel like that's a really big like contrast parallel thing. Yeah, I guess like when you think, it's like Lena's like at this point like because we went like all like blood craze and stuff, like it was like remembering her words that like got him to like, snap out of it too. Yeah, like we see like I guess like we always thought of him like being stoic like but now we see like he actually like cares about Lena like more than we initially thought, and like she's kind of what's like keeping him stable like mentally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one from his brother. Yeah, I think his brother's name's Lei, I think. Well, something Ray. I think Lei's like the nickname, and then kind of how like it's like Shin Innocent, but like we just call him Shin.
Was it Meiji?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
And also like this skeleton. I think that's a skeleton image, which is his brother's thing. Is like a Delahan like headless skeleton. So Shin just has like a similar like icon with a shovel so that he can be like the Undertaker. This other note. And it's creepy as fuck. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be exactly, but it looks like one of like dead people.
I mean, it could be.
I mean, those are like dead bodies, I think.
On the floor, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what the hell this thing's supposed to be. But you can clearly.
Isn't it a Green Reaper? Like
like the scythe?
Yeah, there's the scythe and then the two like hands.
Oh.
And then it has no head.
Oh.
And it's just I feel like it's a cloak.
Oh.
That's what I think.
See, I thought these were like eyes or some shit.
I mean,
But yeah,
if it was a Pokemon, it could be like.
But yeah, I guess. But yeah, seeing it on this shot, it makes the size like more visible without the red footer. But yeah, that's that. I mean, that's kind of what he is, like the Reaper and the Undertaker.
Yeah.
But and just like the childish quality just makes it even look even like creepier and like more like horrifying. Yeah, fuck that bitch. I hope she dies.
Oh my god.
I hope she dies. I hope she dies. I wanna cut her up and put her body in a blender.
Oh my god.
And piss all over it.
We're gonna get banned.
It's like, I hate her so much. Like, god damn it. Yeah, I guess at the end of the episode we get the child like San Magnolia in the morning. I guess the fighting's over because like, yeah, we just see like.
I guess they must have retreated.
Retreated or like everyone like wipe each other out.
I have a feeling probably not that though. Like, I think there's too many of them to wipe out.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they probably retreated and then went back into their own territory to deal with the other nations.
Maybe. But yeah, like, man, it's like the 86 day. Oh yeah, because it's like graffitied on. I feel like this has happened like during the fight too. So like, even though like, 86 are coming in to like help save them, like some motherfucker did this.
Well, it's probably because they probably went graffitiing that whole thing, like while it was still unaffected, or
Yeah. Yeah, all these bodies.
Was that the little memorial place?
I think. Oh, that's a different show. But yeah, like, we don't see any like living person or machine or anything at all like in this like entire sequence.
Yeah.
And I think it ended with like the picture of, like Lena's like broken bedroom.
Yeah, something like that. I think the little like lockbox thing was also like prominent in that shot.
Yeah, the one where she has like all those like images that she drew of each person.
Yeah. So actually, it could also be that from their perspective, Legion. I mean.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe they wiped them out and then just like, okay, we're done here. Let's go home.
Maybe.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
So
it could just be like there's no one alive here.
Yeah. So potentially they could have, whatever survivors might have like taken refuge in like bunkers or something like that.
If there are any survivors.
Yeah, or they just abandoned the city.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not a coastal city, right?
No, I don't think. I think they're surrounded by Legion on all sides.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess there's multiple ways this could conclude.
Yeah. Oh, like next week it's gonna be like a visual commentary episode thing, so it's like I guess they're behind schedule.
That just reminds me of that Shirobako episode.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're behind. What we do? Like, oh, for the
we're gonna do another
the recap episode.
And on episode 3, we're gonna recap on episode 3.
Not the recap episode.
Yeah. And I kind of wonder if the first season was also behind you because it seemed kind of complete, but they also had it like that one like recap episode at the end.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if that was like intentional or not. But,
yeah.
Man, I just hope they adapted properly because like 86 was my highlight for the season.
I think this is just one of those issues that's kind of inherent with how like Japanese shows are produced.
Yeah.
Like, I think in general for like most like say American shows, those are produced like way ahead of time. Versus like Japan, you're basically you're delivering it that week.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of one of those interesting things, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then we go to the other mecha thing.
So wait, what was that shot of?
Oh, like the girls like.
No. The previous was that one of those.
It's like when they were destroying like their like kiln pottery like studio thing. It's like the mech with like hammer or axe, I guess. Cute. Oh yeah, this punk ass bitch can't even eat his fucking vegetables.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess the episode starts off with that, but then most of the time it's actually around these two.
Yeah.
These two kind of
romancing.
Romancing, I guess. Yeah, let's go with that. Wait, was this before or after they took a shower?
I think it's after they took a shower. Oh yeah, because like the AI was like, oh come on, you guys need to take a shower. You stink, and he's like, wait, how would you know? You're an AI. It's like, I could see like everyone else's reactions, and like there was like a couple passing them by, and she was just like holding her nose, like ah.
Yeah.
And they were both scrubbing like I don't think, I don't think, I don't think, I don't think, I don't think.
Why weren't they in the shower together?
Yeah. Where's the real bromance? Yeah, I guess like not Australia is using the whole like oppression of Japanese people, blah blah, as like a pretext to invade not China.
Yeah, so I guess it's kind of like, what do you call it? I guess one of the main things for this episode is that they can't use their own mechs because like they're mostly out of energy, and then they need to replace some parts, or else they can't even get moving.
Yeah, and then like they can't even get like proper parts, so even if they replace it, they couldn't really fight either.
Yeah, I guess they only have the resources to potentially just go back to base or whatever resupply depot they have.
In Australia, invading from the ships.
Oh yeah, the cargo container's like, oh, what's the ship doing here? Oh yeah, I like how the door just slowly opens and they just walk off. Like,
yeah.
Like wait. I don't know. I felt that was a little bit, what do you call it? Kind of funny, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that, to be honest.
I think it was pretty normal.
Well, no, I guess it's normal, but it feels more I guess that's the point. Like, it feels more normal than like it's not like a whole bunch of them just like jumped out of the ship and just like crash landed. Everyone's like, oh, this is...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess I see what you mean.
It's not as bombastic, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, these AI somehow just like hacked every machine to like try to evacuate people.
Yeah.
Like why are these AI are like way more competent than like if they should be? I don't know.
Right. Like I'm hoping it's intentional, but these AIs are way bigger of a deal than the people in the show are giving them credit for.
Yeah.
Because if I was on this, what do you call it? It's not rebellion. Is that what we'll
Resistance.
Resistance. This resistance group. My first thought would probably be, I'd rather have these AIs not in the mechs, but have him like doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they can like break into like all the security we've seen so far in the show. Like,
yeah.
So they're way more valuable. Not like, I feel like putting them in the mech limits them actually.
Yeah. And also like it feels like they can do everything, but they're not being used to do everything.
Yeah.
Like they're not using them to their full potential. So
right.
It's just kind of like if you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we never saw them like hacking into the systems, like taking over everything,
yeah,
I would accept it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But their scope is way too like powerful.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's the whole point. Is like I hope it's intentional, and they'll be like, whoever made these guys originally will do something or another in the show.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess this is kind of unrelated, but I guess what we saw in the preview, like the ghost, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Is gonna make a comeback next episode. Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure that's also an advanced AI.
I think it might even be developed by the same people as like these AI.
Yeah.
And maybe it went rogue, or maybe it was like intentionally made to be like kind of go off and do its own thing.
Yeah. Or it could be like it could be a more simplistic AI where it's like it's still technically following whatever its intention is, but like too machine-like, I guess. Let's go with that. Like less of a human kind of like perspective.
Yeah. Also, I really like this touch where like the AI's like, hey kid, I'm gonna show your mom. So like, oh, can you protect your mom and not let go of her hand? So like that's like to try to like manipulate the kid by saying like, oh, like I'm asking you to help your mom.
Yeah.
So, which I also feel like a very Japanese thing, because like I usually see it in like Japanese media, but I don't really see it in like American stuff at all.
Yeah, I think that's probably just kind of how, say, child rearing is in Japan.
Yeah, I don't see it in like Thai stuff either.
Right. I guess in this sort of sense, it puts a bit of an imperative, like a bit of like it's your duty, like that sort of thing. Well, maybe not as like rigid as I kind of phrased it, but it gives more.
I think it's more of a manipulative thing where like oh kid, like it rests on you, like you can do this, right?
Well, I mean, arguably, all of communication is manipulation.
Yeah. but it's very. I feel like it's a neat way of, like trying to get a kid to do something, whereas like instead of just just leaving. Nah.
Right. I get what you're saying, because I guess for this sort of thing, like, most kids would be scared, but if you kind of
like you focus their minds
on something else,
onto like another person, it's like, oh, I'm doing this for my mom, therefore I'm not scared, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that like keeps them from like panicking and stuff too.
Right.
But also like when I saw this scene, I was like, wait, why is this AI like no human psychology so well?
Wait, it's obvious. Like this AI was supposed to be like very human, like.
Yeah, I guess.
Which I guess goes into our whole thing. Like, I think that's probably what it's gonna be. That whatever AI is driving Ghost, assuming it's an AI, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be less human, like emotionally, and that's what I'm thinking. So I feel like they're probably like him and the other one are probably like second generation.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Man, it's so useful, just like be able to like hack into every system.
Yeah.
Man, you can do so much like information warfare with this.
Right. I mean, actually, the what was it? Was it Asia that uses like the locked weapons? Like ID locked?
I thought all
of them.
All of them used ID lock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but then the ghost was able to like override the ID lock thingy.
Yeah, because it's probably an AI like them.
Yeah.
But anyway, because if we take the logical like conclusion, they could just lock down all their weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least temporarily, like so that But yeah, that's one of the things that the show will have to deal with, or they don't deal with it.
Yeah. Also made me think again about how like they were like hacking into satellites to like keep them from being detected.
Yeah. So that who was doing that? Like it wasn't these AIs, right? It was.
Yeah, they didn't mention who it was, but they said like, oh, like we have like people like doing the hacking.
Yeah.
So it could have been one of these other like AIs.
Like a different like iteration of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also like, why does this resistance have these like hyper advanced AIs?
Right. Like I'm so convinced that they're being funded by someone with an alternative. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not they don't want it to happen, but it's probably like they're just using this whole resistance, like as
a convenient tool
for their own end game, whatever that is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and like they're like, oh, like intentionally gonna let the evacuees like get crushed just for like the PR points.
Yeah.
And then. And Zui-san.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. Like when it made its appearance, it didn't go full like
Kabuki,
like yeah, like
head banging.
I wish it did that. Like
yeah, but yeah. I think that was a mix so far. I think this one's my favorite. Like this kind of like streamlined head look, and like it's very like speed focused. Oh yeah, this thing like the wing jetpack thingy like flies out and they can fly. I wonder how much flight capability it has.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just like short term low altitude flight.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's capable of doing like anything more than that.
I mean, for all we know, it could just be more like like a quick boost up and then just glide or like fall.
Yeah. And then Naginatas and cool. And then like, we see and this shot is like just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a very like key image kind of shot.
Yeah.
You see like a promotional poster or whatever. It's like also like the metallic coloring is everything. Yeah, it's Nagina. Like this is my type of like mech.
Kind of feels like she's more capable.
I need this model kit. Can we have model kit?
We have model kit at home.
Also, this AI like keeps talking so much and it's like, oh, I'm Angelo. And I feel like her like oversized coat and stuff is like so cute and like, it has like bouncing around when she came out too. And she just cries like oh yeah, because like the guys are like, oh man, who's this like, super competent person, and they were kind of like nervous, and she just appears and just like yeah, I have a feeling like they just cut off the episode right there. But I have a feeling like she's crying just because how like the AI like just spotted a bunch of bullshit and like made her all embarrassed, and now she's like freaking out because she's like, oh man, like it built up this image and like how am I supposed to live up to this?
Maybe.
Like how do I deal with this like AI like talking so much?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I like this mech and I think I like her.
Mm.
Yeah, now for the show Slow Life.
Completely different.
Yeah. Because like after watching all those like serious like Muff Love and 86 and stuff, I usually have like end up with this just to, like chill out.
And then it wasn't as chill.
Yeah. The Rampage begins. I think that's the episode title.
Oh, Rampage right here.
And boing.
Do you need that Rampage in your face?
Yes.
It's like, oh
yes,
I died with honor.
Yeah. I need to get like full beam stance. Like I love her. Yeah, like when they look like semi chibi like faces so cute.
That just makes me think like Nendroid.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the Umu swimsuit.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like Umu swimsuit. And this guy like, oh, they control the boner.
Yeah, like, oh god, I have my boner, or it's gonna be obvious.
Also, like, man, they always like paint her like skin like really like pink everywhere.
Well, yeah. I don't know, that's...
It's kind of like she's always like flushed and blushing everywhere.
I hope. Or that could just actually be her skin tone.
Yeah.
But, like, she has the most, like, pinkish skin tone out of everyone, by far.
Yeah.
So, maybe she's just always embarrassed.
Yeah, I guess we finally get to see more of like how, like the kind of curse of the hero blessing, where like she can't sleep and then she can't eat. She did, well, she can eat, but like she doesn't need to. And it's just kind of like she's just not allowed to like feel anything. But yeah, like we still haven't seen much of Kuge Rie, but like she's gonna be like an important like person to like help her kind of emotionally, I feel. I like her a lot. Like she's really cute too. Also, like Kuge Rie like sounds really cute, like voicing her.
Oh, we don't hear her talk too much though.
Yeah.
Well, I guess also part of it is because, you know, these are always really quick like scenes.
Yeah.
Since, you know, this is obviously not the main focus right now.
I'm so surprised I got like Kuge Rie for her. It was like she's like, oh, like shy and quiet, whereas like Kuge Rie like she gets like typecasted into tsundere and stuff a lot.
Well, she can definitely do it.
I mean, she can do other things, but like but the people just use her for that like so much.
Well, I'm also kind of surprised they got her because
I don't think she's voiced like a role in like a long time.
Well, maybe I'd have to, or it could just be like the stuff we watched. She doesn't appear in like just by chance.
Yeah.
But at least back in the day when, like she was voicing a lot, it'd actually be a little bit troublesome for production.
Was like just so busy.
Yeah. See, this is why Idol Master doesn't cast certain people anymore,
Yeah.
or because like she's the Iori.
Yeah.
But they can never get her on the live concerts because she's always doing some other crap.
Damn.
So like, oh, we have the Idol Master cast here, but then she couldn't be here today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that's the same thing with Love Live.
Oh.
Because a lot of the original Love Lives were also like just regular voice actresses.
Yeah.
And other stuff. So it's like, oh.
I think that's why they get like completely new people for it, because like it has to be like a full-time job now.
Yeah, it basically is.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're a little off topic.
Yeah. But yeah, like Sandstorm, like even says like Assassin has like be careful with the sand, but she's just like fine because like she can't feel pain. But yeah, like this part, like it's like, so you can feel like she really wants to go after her brother, but like her blessing just keeps her there. So it's kind of like being trapped in yourself.
So I guess the implication for this is that it kind of, the impression I've been getting from the show so far is that different ones have different degrees of influence, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and they influence people to like, try to do things in different ways.
Right. But I guess the way I would describe it in this sense is like this urge or like this compulsion seems to be stronger for hers compared to others.
Yeah, like for her, like it's pretty much like a curse. Like the hero blessing is way stronger than everyone else in combat, but that also means like its effects on the wielder is also like way stronger too. So like, at the beginning you wonder like why she's like doesn't care about her brother and stuff, but then now we see like, oh, like it's like really sad and tragic like what she's going through. Oh, that's kind of thing where like she's sad, but she's not even allowed to feel sad. Exactly. What the hero blessing also like suppresses emotions.
Yeah.
So it's just really, like, yeah.
Well, I guess it's kind of like that thing that happens sometimes, like, where like, oh, you feel sad, but like the tears aren't coming out for some reason.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah, and then we have the people who are like only saw someone like dying from like not dying, but like getting like collapsing from overdose.
Yeah.
But now these people who are like overdosing, they're all like picked up like axes and are like trying to attack them.
Yeah.
Also, like they got like big like strength boosts and stuff too.
Oh yeah, this reminds me of something that I'll need to talk to you about later.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy like he's part of like Albert's party, but then now like Albert just comes in and like just shoots all of them, instead of like trying to like stop them properly.
Yeah.
So it feels really sus.
Yeah.
It feels a lot like he's like trying to like silence them or like hide the evidence and stuff.
Yeah. I guess one interpretation is like, oh, somehow he's behind all of this.
Yeah.
But I feel like the way it's kind of described his blessing, like later on in the episode, is that he does definitely have the urge to actually be a hero.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's necessarily like hiding that particular thing, but more like, well, like, oh, how would I describe it? Stopping things before they get out of hand. Like, how would I put it? Like being very direct about the solution.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, I can't have them tarnish like my reputation type of thing potentially.
Yeah. Could be.
So like, I need to deal with it fast.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like such an asshole.
Yeah. So I definitely don't think he's related to this directly, but just like the way he comes off is,
sus.
Yeah.
And then Riz like just wants to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like her blessing in like gives her instinct like she instinctively like feels that he's like trouble, and so like that's why like the blessing is like telling her like kill him now before he becomes a problem.
He might be.
Yeah. And she has to like hold her knife out and just drop it as a ritual to calm herself down. Yeah, that's another neat thing where like it shows like how like different people have their own like ways of like dealing with the blessing urges.
How
cute. Like, so adorable. Oh yeah, like all the people involved in the fight were like they all use axes even though like they normally don't. They have like different like fighting styles and different blessings.
I wonder why that is. I don't know.
I know, but I shouldn't say it.
Oh, they want to chop down the trees. Got it.
Yeah, but yeah, when I was first reading the light novel and like first came across this detail, like oh they like these people they're all using axes, like it stood out a lot to me. Like seems like a big clue. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh yeah, when the kid's over and she's like, oh, one more, and he's like, oh, she's just doing it just to make the kids comfortable and so they can add more too, and like, oh money.
Sus.
Also, this guy also sus.
Anyway,
this guy that your head is blocking, that's Danan, like the fighter from like the hero's party, who's like now like trying to look for Gideon instead.
And then I guess we have that little flashback.
Yeah, I think this is after like Ruti already woke up to the hero blessing, so like we see like another kid being scared of the thunderstorm, but then like she's just like perfectly fine. And so like he has to like say like he's trying to like tell her like, oh, like you like want to like do things even if you don't like have a reason to, and like try to hold hands and stuff.
But
yeah, I guess they didn't really show it as much, but I think in the book, like after she woke to the hero blessing, like everyone around her like treats her like a freak because like she looks so emotionless, and like when she smiles, like he's the only one who notices that she smiles because like her face is just so like blank all the time. Oh yeah, and then we end the episode with like suddenly like the kid gets like comes to bloodied and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, things are the plot's like finally like ramping up. Yeah, and then we're finally assassin. But I guess this episode is mostly about her like Maha's backstory, which they spent like a lot more time on this than I thought they would.
Well, it was basically a full episode.
Yeah. I guess like so far the entire series, like they spent like so much more time on like setup stuff than expected.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's gonna be a longer show. But yeah,
I think it's like episode 6 or 7. I think it's 6 or something, right?
Yeah.
But then like I look up now and all this stuff like it's gonna be 12 episodes, unless they manage to get like a second season.
What I'm expecting is they're probably gonna be like, oh, final episode, and they'll announce like, oh, season 2, like 2022 or something like that.
Maybe, but yeah, like so far this is only about 70% through the first volume, I think. So I don't think they're even gonna get to the end of the second volume. So I think they're gonna just cut it off like 1.5 way through or something.
Maybe, but yeah, they seem to be operating like as if they're getting more episodes, which we'll see. Maybe I'm completely wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like orphans, and like she has their own like little work things like trying to provide for themselves, but then they got caught up into like an orphanage thing. But yeah, this is one of those things where like the road to hell is paved with good intentions kind of deal. Where like the Lord of the Land, like the wife like wanted to like help the orphans, so like she has like this like financial incentive for like orphanages, but then since there's no oversight or anything, like people just like take advantage of it by like kidnapping the street urchins.
We never see the actual like wife, right?
No, because like it's the wife of the Lord, and we don't see the Lord either. Like this is just like direct like the person who's like taking advantage of the system.
Oh wait, I thought it was that guy's wife.
No, it's the wife of the Lord of the city.
Oh, okay.
So like the higher ups like made it like a government policy, and then this guy is just taking advantage of it.
Okay, I guess maybe I misheard then.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So yeah, I guess it's kind of one of those things where like you have the right idea, but then like because you're not like properly like taking care of it, like it just makes things worse for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I spent a lot of time showing like the horrible conditions and how like, they get like sold for like rich nobles and stuff. And they go into a lot like showing like the pain of, like everyone. And it feels really, really like harrowing and sad. Which is kind of weird considering this is the same person who wrote Radio of Healer.
Oh yeah. I think that's what. Wait, did we say it at the end of the episode or during the episode? Like, but I think we were both thinking at least. Like,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I guess this guy likes writing about this kind of thing, but in this story, it's like he's like sympathizing with the victim and like showing how cruel it is.
Yeah.
Instead of like Radio of Healer, but it's just kind of.
Well, I mean, technically, Radio of Healer is the same. It's more like, okay, that happened to me, so I'm gonna do it back.
I guess, yeah.
So technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, but like, this show is a lot more like normal, I guess.
I think I know what you mean by normal, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like she gets so desperate that she just like carves her own face to try to keep from being bought.
Yeah, at first, what do you call it? I wasn't expecting this exactly. I thought there was actually like straight up, what do you call it?
Suicide?
Yeah. But I guess it was more like disfigurement, like rather, or the intention was to do that instead.
Yeah. And then like it's gonna be her turn because like she just turned 12. Well, like until now like she was like she didn't like she was like considered like too young for this. Even though I mean she is still too young, but apparently like the director decided like, oh, maybe she grew up enough.
Yeah. Actually, I think when watching this, I didn't think she was like the youngest out of like that group.
Yeah, because like it kind of looked like some of the others were younger, but like just like looks wise.
Yeah.
But like I guess she is the youngest.
Right. Like,
Well, I mean, the impression I got when I was reading was that like there's like a larger group with like a bigger like variety. But I guess they condensed the group down to be just like to show just a few amount of people just to like.
It makes more sense like that way. Well, not more. It makes more sense, but it puts the focus more like tightly.
Yeah. Which I mean, I think it's the right decision to do for like runtime reasons.
Right. I'm assuming there's probably we see a bunch of houses on that lot, so we can probably just assume there's other girls like there somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of just assumed like it wasn't necessarily because she was the youngest or something, but more just like they find her useful doing like keeping everyone else in line and or like not in line, but like for like managing everyone else. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because they're always like, oh, do this, do that, and you know.
I mean, she's useful for that too, but it's also because like her like being younger.
Well, yeah.
And then like the John Wick games like save her.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's not necessarily to save her for that reason. It's just like it's a consequence.
Like he found someone with mana, so like he came like get it like. Well, I guess it is adopting, so he adopts her as like a sister. Then the orphanage is like, oh, like gotta use her in the end. Like man, like this part, like her face just goes into despair. It just feels so like heart wrenching.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's trying to escape because like she doesn't want to like.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like this part like it feels like he like, oh, I already knew what was up, so just like came and like ambushed them.
Yeah, he didn't actually kill them, right? Just disable them.
No, I think he turned them over to the law. Although I would prefer like if he just killed them.
Yeah.
Actually, what did he kill them? Like, because like in the show like it was kind of vague where like he said like, okay, I can punish you or like take you or let the law do it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of cut off to like other scenes.
Well, I think in this particular situation though,
yeah,
he's already revealed. Well, I mean, it's not his real identity, obviously, but he's revealed like the fake identity.
Yeah.
So potentially, if it somehow links back that one killed whatever, that could cause trouble.
That's true.
Especially since it's also connected to that other family.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Oh yeah, and like this part they had testimony from like this guy, so I guess like they brought him in just so that they can like create these documents like go after the other people.
Yeah. Like then you can get that whole like organization or like well not organization
but
like the clients just whatever web is involved.
Yeah. And, like Tartive was like they have like like this honey trap.
Oh yeah. Wait. So I guess this guy didn't like see her beforehand.
See, that was confused too because like I think they just did this just for like dramatic flair.
Well, yeah, because I would be like, wait.
It was like this guy he was supposed to like request Maha.
Yeah. So it's like, oh wait, who are you?
Yeah.
It's like it's a trap.
Yeah. So I feel like this part like felt like off. Like I mean it's dramatic, but like yeah, it's not.
Oh yeah, I would have expected. I would have expected her to be in a disguise at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like she's like, oh, I don't want to see my own face, but then like, oh, she's suddenly scared, and it's like, huh?
Yeah. So, what did I say? Like, oh, did he like do some like surgery while she was sleeping?
Maybe, or maybe.
Wait, does he have healing magic? I can't remember.
I think.
Or does he have to actually do like?
I think he can use healing magic too.
Okay.
So maybe he like treated her without like telling her what he was doing exactly.
Yeah.
As like a surprise.
Maybe.
But it's kind of weird. I don't think they mentioned this in Light Novel either. Or yeah, I don't think they did.
Well, I guess even if they didn't, I feel like this was a good call.
Yeah.
Because like earlier in the episode, you have that. Oh, that part where she's like, oh.
Oh, like I wish, like if it didn't cut my face, then like maybe he would have like chosen me to like I regret doing that.
Yeah.
So like I think it's nice that he did this. It's just kind of weird, like oh like it happened, like she didn't know it happened until like she saw the mirror.
Right.
Yeah, it's like oh fairy tale prince.
Yeah.
And she looks so cute in like, this hat. Yeah, I like her as a character a lot too.
Oh yeah, one of the things that this episode also made me think.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is that like first episode thing where they're kind of dealing with a similar organization? Like, is it vaguely connected at all, or is it just
yeah,
like literally, or is it just more like this shit happens a lot?
I mean, that first episode, I don't think I even saw it in the light novel, so I think they just created that situation just to show them in action.
No. Well, I feel like in this sense, if we're only looking at the show, it kind of brings a bigger connection where it's like, oh, you see the future, and then you kind of see this, and it's like it feels a bit more cohesive.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of wonder for these changes, are these stuff that the director or writer decided to do, or is it like writer of the show, not the like light novel, or is it something the light novel like writer requested?
Yeah, I have no idea. Well, I mean, I think it's probably a director thing because it feels like one of those things that where like, where it helps, where it makes it better because they're adapting from one medium to another medium. So
Yeah.
I feel like these changes were made with like someone familiar with a medium, like doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah. So I think it's probably from, like the anime director's like decision, probably.
Right.
But like we don't know for sure. So.
Yeah, and I guess this is one of those advantages about adapting something that's already existing, where you can go back and make some tweaks to like potentially make it a tighter story, or like I
mean, that's how people are supposed to do with like novels in the first place.
Well, are they really though?
Well, I mean, with novels in general, because like editors are supposed to like keep on going it through and like tightening it up, but that doesn't really happen.
Wait,
before.
I'm
talking about like conventional novels,
yeah.
not like light novels.
Well, right.
Yeah.
I think that's also a difference in publishing style too.
Yeah.
Where it's like we gotta get these like releases out.
Yeah. Well, when I say conventional, I mean like conventional American novels.
Yeah.
So like the publishing side is like way stricter about that.
Yeah.
Although you still get a lot of shit coming out too.
Well, I think the big distinction though is like, so light novels, in terms of its output, potentially it's a lot more like
fast paced,
and it's episodic in the more of a sense than say traditional novels. Like sometimes you'll have a novel that's penned as like say that's well planned or whatever as a trilogy, and you'll spend like the author will spend like a year's working like on book one, and then like another few years on book two, versus like a lot of these light novels you're getting a new volume every couple months.
Yeah. So
it's like they might even not have like a full plan for this thing as each thing comes out.
Yeah. The thing is, I think it's kind of like the manga publishing industry.
Well, yeah. You can definitely tell like some manga like they don't have a plan. They're just like get that out.
Maybe we saw that in like Bakuman and stuff. Well, even Shirobako, we saw like even the anime didn't have a plan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we need to watch a Shirobako movie.
Oh yeah, I wonder if it's available anywhere.
Yeah.
And we got Fruit of Evolution, man. This show.
Did we watch? Was it one episode or like 2 episodes?
3.
Since the last time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's how we watched like 1, 2, 3, and now it's like 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so I guess this was all part of like one arc.
Yeah.
So what was it? I guess they're basically doing their tests to get their license or ID,
like
whatever.
Adventurer's license. And it's like, oh, find some basic herbs, and he just keeps finding like all these like rare items because like I guess he just has like godly luck.
Yeah.
And I think in the end, like she helped him cheat to get it or something. So I was like, are you you're the proctor? Like, are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, she's sus.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, this like can you force?
Yeah.
Victim. Well, I guess they are victims of their like master.
Yeah.
And she just has a portrait of herself. Also hot. Like, why isn't she a waifu?
Yeah, maybe she will be.
I hope.
But I guess basically they do their test and then somehow
like these guys are like they're putting like random teleport points just to like ambush humans and stuff. And so like they end up in the Black Dragon King or
something like that.
They call it Black Dragon King, but the dragon's blue. I'm blue, that would Yeah, it's still with mimic like, oh, it's treasure box that like just wants human company or whatever.
Yeah, like he defeats it, and then like they get the backstory. It's like, oh, once like humans developed this like space holding magic, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it became useless and it became sad, and then they just locked it up in some dungeon storage thing.
Well, I think like it became like sentient and it's trying to like go after humans because they want company, but then like humans like treat it as a monster, so it just had to like run away.
Oh right,
in the dungeon.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like what the hell is this like convoluted backstory for a treasure chest?
It's so sad. But I'm pretty sure like, oh, it's the humans that are the villains.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you just keep like getting like new skill in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Goddamn cheater.
And then eventually like
kill the poor dragon. Killed him like backstory, like like the black dragon god with the guardian
for like some village or something like that.
Yeah, but then like the people are like, oh, we want to make like legendary weapons, so we need to get like this guy's material, so they try to kill him, but then the Demon King came to save him, and then they try to just go like chill by themselves. But then people are like, "Oh, we need to summon these humans to try to kill the Demon King," and then like, "Oh, the Demon King died," and then this dragon's just like all sad and lonely by himself.
Yeah,
it's like,
see, the humans are the real monsters. Don't trust those humans. I told you.
Every sentient life is monster.
No, only humans.
Damn.
They're just trying to just have a peaceful life, and then the humans like, oh, let me kill them.
Yeah. Oh god, it's fun. Oh yeah, so like she had to like what is it, -2 million luck,
something like that.
So it's like it just brings like disasters like everyone, and he, oh yeah, I forgot he got it from this like treasure box mimic thing.
Yeah,
because it's like this ring that like I think at first it said like -2 luck, but then I guess it's supposed to be like times -2.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like he slipped it on and her luck became like 4 million, so like she's super lucky now.
I guess so.
Like how does that even work? Like what does having like 4 million luck even do?
Yeah.
Oh, like he slipped it on her like ring finger and everything. So it was like, oh, it's like a proposal.
Yeah.
Like hard miss. Yeah, I guess it's the country that summoned the rest of the classmates, and they're just do.
Then you can tell that they sus. See,
they're always sus. These people are always sus. Oh, he just flip the page and just gets magic like.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to read it.
Yeah,
he just gets the magic.
Yeah, I feel like this one is just like making fun of like how they easily get skills in like other stories. Probably.
I'm pretty sure. Because I don't know. I mean, obviously there's definitely exceptions, but usually the portrayal is like main character or at least like the main cast can acquire these things like with basically no trouble compared to like any of the normal people.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's a like, parody of that.
Yeah. And sorry normal girl, like monkey. And I'm surprised you can still like transform back.
This is the best part though.
Yeah. Well, we didn't see her like transform at all before this.
Yeah. Actually, we haven't really seen her fight too much recently, right?
Oh yeah, we haven't seen her fight even in dungeon or anything either.
So I kind of wonder if she's gonna go monkey when she has to fight.
Maybe. Well, I think she's still powerful even in her like human form though. I mean, the human form is supposed to be like the final evolution thing.
Well, yeah.
Like, oh, animal girl. Cute.
I feel like this will come into play again, this girl.
Yeah. Like, she seemed, like, prominent in the story. So it's kind of like they're, like, teasing for something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I think this guy like, just like the king, like, coming undercover, just in a bar.
Yeah.
Probably. Like, he seems like a king, like, of the country, probably.
Or at least someone high.
Yeah. Oh, they're telling him, like, man, dude, you're fucked. Like, you try to like mess up with this girl, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I already have my heart set on someone else, and it's like, oh, just cultivate eternal love for both of them.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true harem king.
Maybe that's his title.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like the strongest knight like comes to get him. Like I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like the blue girl in the OP and ED.
Probably.
Oh, this is kind of like How I Met Your Mother, where like for the longest time, like the only glimpse you have of the mother is like it's like just an ankle shot, and then, like you don't get to see her like at all until like way later. So, that's just like really amusing for me when I saw that.
Yeah. So I guess then the whole resolution is like,
oh, you can just like have like all these multiple wives. Like, oh, because Misu like strong usu. Wait, I feel like this is one of the things that doesn't get like translated over to English very well. Like the word like to use like Misu and usu, like in Japanese you specifically use that to refer to like animals. So when she's saying it, it's like she's saying it like, because of her like gorilla mindset.
yeah, I guess you could probably use one of those like animal specific like.
I mean, it would be like bitch and stud.
Yeah, something like that.
Or like stud and mare, but like it doesn't really work as well when you say it like that. I feel.
Yeah.
So it's one of those like kind of hard to translate nuances.
Well, I think it doesn't translate as well, but it conveys that weird awkwardness.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's like, what the fuck you say?
Yeah. Yeah, because like, oh yeah, I forgot her name. Altria, right? Altria, right?
Yeah.
Artoria.
Artoria.
Yeah. Saber. Well, Saber was like pointing herself and like miss it, and they just translate like females like, so like when you say it in English, it kind of looks like oh like, but it's like she doesn't really consider herself a woman, but like, that's not the point. The point is more like she's like wait you're referring to me as like a misser, as in, like referring to me as like an animal.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Maybe she is.
Maybe. And all of a sudden like
everyone was there.
And like church bell like bong bong, and it was like oh yeah, they're doing that Evangelion thing too, where like on the clapping like omerito.
I'm pretty sure this is also just a parody of like.
I mean, everyone likes to parody that Evangelion thing.
Oh.
Like the clapping thing.
Well, I was just thinking of just like the wedding scenes in general.
Yeah, that too.
Because
yeah, I didn't notice before. Like, oh, even the Yaranaika guy is here.
Oh yeah.
Yaranaika.
Oh, you know what this means?
What?
Is he gonna be like, I could get in on this too?
Maybe. And just think of that like on the bench, like sip that, like putting on his sip, like Yaranaika.
Maybe. Maybe he's gonna be like the third harem member.
Maybe. Oh yeah, next teaser for next episode. We've got Donkey. Like look at me, I'm the Uma Musume now.
I hope whatever this thing is going to be, this arc, is just Uma Musume parody.
I hope.
Actually, like I think some of the screenshots for the episode preview look kind of like goofy.
Yeah, like he was riding it in a race or something like that. But yeah, like from what we saw, like the EDs, like the girl was supposed to be like long ponytails. Like she's from pony to having a ponytail. That works, right? I'm really disappointed like the ears went missing. But like I think she has those like ribbons that kind of look like ears. Tying up the ponytail, but like come on, like, you need to at least like keep like the animal ear. like such missed opportunity. Like why? Also Saria too. Like she went from that she didn't keep any of the like animalistic traits. Like come on, give me the demi-humans. Give me the demi-humans. Like you're doing this whole like evolution thing. Why are you like just making like plain ass normal humans? That's boring. That's boring.
I guess for Gorilla it's a little bit trickier.
Yeah, but for this one, like they should have kept the ear. Like we should be like Uma Musume in here.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
Actually, I think for Monkey.
Yeah.
I think like more muscle definition could be one way to kind of do it.
Yeah. Or like the fangs or something.
Yeah. Fangs.
Or maybe like have like a little bit of hair like on like just like a arm bracelet or something.
Yeah. Or just have her be just like bigger, like just taller than him still, or something like that.
Yeah. But they just turn her into like completely normal looking girl and it's like disappointment. So yeah, you should get the ears. Also, like there's a cat girl that's supposed to join the harem later, but then we also saw the what do you call it? We saw one of the people with like the dog ears thing.
Yeah.
So she might just be like naturally a demi-human and just not like
evolved from something else.
From a cat, yeah, which would be kind of disappointing again too. So
yeah, well, it could also just be like maybe in this world, like there are different like thingies that evolve from like that,
Yeah.
like just naturally or something like that.
Yeah, but like
Or she's already evolved. Like maybe she was like a little cat originally, but then like.
yeah, but the whole point is the sexiness.
Wait, you can still what?
Huh.
You can still have that.
Yeah, but I mean like the situation of like the transformation happening.
So even if she looked the same, but then you get that transformation.
Yeah, like that's the whole point. The transforming is the whole point.
What if she just transformed into a normal cat? That'll be even better.
Maybe. But yeah, I guess we got the Jahis. The final showdown with Jahi and Magical Girl. But yeah, this girl's kind of like Arteria, was like just gets misfortune all over the place.
Yeah. And then they have their epic showdown.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that Jahi's like, oh, like she actually recognizes that she's not alone. Like she has these like valuable connections.
Yeah.
But it's like Jahi's like full of herself, so like kind of feel like she wouldn't really value these people, but like, oh, I guess she does.
Yeah.
Look like Yui cute.
Oh yeah, and then during the epic fight, she just throws rocks at her.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, you're alone. Give me the rocks. I mean, give me those rocks, and then like, I'll love you instead. And it's like, oh, new minion acquired.
Yeah. Oh, actually, one of those things I was surprised about.
Yeah.
Was Jahi can actually hold her own on a fight.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I thought she was useless. But she's Makai number 2.
So she can actually back that up. Kind of.
Sort of. I mean, she still needs all those rocks though. So like, take away those rocks and she's useless.
But basically, like, she accidentally like charmed her.
Yeah. And it happened so quickly too. It was like just like instantaneous.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure the implication is just like this magical girl is just so sad.
Yeah.
She'll just latch onto like even anything. Let's go with that. Anything.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also like a parody of like how like similar situations in like other shows.
Oh, probably. Like,
although usually it takes like longer time to like develop, but like now it's just like, oh, instantaneous.
Yeah, and then like regrets were made.
Yeah, regrets were made. Like just like obsessively like banging on her door every day. And it's like, oh, what? Wait, what do you mean we're friends? I was like, damn.
That's what I'd be like.
Oh yeah, look at this fucking house.
Yeah. Looks like it was abandoned in like the woods.
Yeah, but apparently it's because of like all the magic crystals like bringing misfortune on the house instead.
Yeah.
So I wonder like was it like this before?
I don't know. But then she had bad luck even without the crystals.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not as bad, but still like run down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, because like she went in like, oh, like everything's breaking and like they fall, like things are like falling on her and she's like, oh, it's just like usual, blah blah blah.
Yeah. So maybe she's just not used to wherever she's living being not this.
Yeah. Yeah, like Bulemono, like greetings with presents.
Oh yeah.
And this Mao is just sitting there like eating Pocky.
Yeah, like what? She was like, oh, I haven't gone into that room in forever after I gathered a bunch of crystals, like I felt like a weird shadow or presence or something like that.
Yeah, it's turned out like, okay, if you put them, like, I guess she is the magic crystals in a way, or the magic crystals are a part of her. So like, you know, like, so like when you put the chunks together, like she appears now.
It's like, yeah, it's not very clear, but they're definitely connected.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of like she like these crystals and her like it's also like aspects of one whole or something like that.
Yeah, it kind of seems like she's like a manifestation of like the crystal.
Yeah.
So I guess in some sense, Magical Girl killed her.
Yeah. And then revived her again.
Yeah.
And she just like, keeps eating all the time.
And then Jahi just can't be like
Doesn't even give her the full takoyaki, just the little like taco and thing.
Yeah, just she took away the yaki.
Yeah. But yeah, like before we saw like Jahi trying to talk and then like Grudge just like interrupting her and like taking and like misinterpreting her words and stuff for everyone. And they're like, man, this is probably annoying. Like we thought Jahi would be all sad, and then she's doing the exact same thing all over again.
Yeah.
So it's just like this long chain of simping.
Yeah, simping without understanding.
Yeah. Also apparently like, I guess we found out like the Mahou Shoujo like was like some sort of voice telling her to like do magical girl things, but we don't know what it is or who it is or why.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised there's actually a plot.
Yeah.
I thought it was just gonna be like.
But is it really a plot?
It could be. It could all be a trick.
Yeah. But yeah, Jackie's like, oh, I want to bring them my old home, and I was like, no, she give me food.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we should all live together in this house, like.
So turn from like a string of simping into this like circle of simping.
Yeah. Truly the circle of life.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mushoku Tensei, which I forgot was a thing. So like we're like several episodes behind on this one actually.
You're the one who wanted me to order that figure for you.
Yeah. I mean, I forgot it was airing.
Okay. This is okay. Anyway, speaking of Messus.
Yeah, I was about to say like speaking of Messus, and this girl is just like so horny for everyone.
Yeah.
And man, look at those thighs. Like, those are really nice thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roxy, like she actually found the group she was looking for, but like she's so scared of like the super or whatever. But I think it was her parents' fault. I think they kept telling her like horror stories about super.
Probably.
So like it makes me like when I first read into the manga, like I was so mad. Like they found each other in the right like city, but then they just passed by each other, and it's like oh, like I was looking forward to like Roxy like reuniting with him so much, and it didn't happen. So I was so mad. So mad. It is Mesu.
So is she actually doing work, or is it just like?
I mean, she's trying to collect information by like doing Mesu things with like a whole bunch of them.
Is she actually collecting actual information though?
I don't know.
Or is this just an excuse?
Yeah. And Roxy like, came back to the hotel rooms, like saw all this, and she's like, this face is so funny. I like it.
Yeah.
Like,
explosion. That was definitely like explosion face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess they went on a boat and she was like seasick, and he was having those fantasies like, oh, we're gonna wash this water on a desert island and like have some romance, and she's just like, bleh.
Perfect. Just God intended.
Yeah. And I guess it wasn't really clear, but I guess like the guy, I thought the guy that helped them was doing the smuggling, but I guess it's more like they smuggled him as an in to infiltrate the smuggling group instead.
Yeah, see, I got a little bit confused because I thought the smuggling group was the one directly like trying like getting them passage.
Yeah, but I guess it's like kind of like another.
But I guess that guy arranged that through them to get. I don't know.
In order to like sabotage them.
Yeah. Because I guess what they wanted was for them to rescue like some people.
Yeah. Like oh, a bunch of like cute beast girls.
Yeah.
Although one of them got killed. Like damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I didn't get the doggy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, also like the doggy that he was playing with, but like apparently it's the sacred beast for like these beast people or something.
Yeah.
And like one of the beastmen trying to rescue those people like came and like caught him and like no, he was touching the sacred beast with like a lewd expression on his face.
Yeah. Oh, this is Jackie all over again. It's like, oh, no, sacred beast, don't worry. It's like, then sacred beast like, it's like, oh, this is awesome. Like,
wait, was Jahi with a sacred beast?
No. Like the same, like Jahi trying to interpret like the words of like, like no, this is the or like it's or interpret feelings, whatever you want to say. It's like it's definitely wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I was born with a lewd expression. Like, yeah, it's the Kimota.
Yeah, I mean technically he's right. Like he was reborn with being Kimota. So technically he's right.
Yeah, but like it's not like his face is lewd without himself being lewd. Like his face is lewd because he's lewd inside too, though.
So is that better or worse?
Worse for him.
Yeah.
Like he's making excuses for like no, like you're doing this is what like he's just like that's how he is like all the way to the core.
Yeah. Which is definitely I feel like to the show's detriment in various places.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, rescue these kids. Gotta be lewd about it anyway. Like,
well, he wasn't really lewd.
well, like,
Oh wait, no,
What
yeah,
was that?
he was.
Yeah.
He was like staring at the chest for like the one who was like healing or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the thing about Logan. I don't think the show's like even trying to show him as a good person. Like, he's just like he's just a Kimota.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. At least it's better than like Aesthetica of a rogue hero though, where like he does all those like weird ass like lewd shit, and like borderline like sexual harassment, but like they pretend like, oh, he was doing this just like to get us closer in the end, or like, oh, he was doing this to like he'll help me in the end.
Wait, which one was this again?
The synchronized peeing.
Oh yeah.
The synchronized peeing.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you say so?
And that show is so bad. Well, like he kept doing all this bad shit, but like everyone kept like saying like, oh, like he's doing it because he's good.
Yeah.
And like that's pissing me off so much. So, like I prefer it when like they don't pretend that he's good. Like they're just like, oh, like he's an asshole, but like that's just how it is.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess I see what you're saying. What's that show?
That needs to go on our like weird boner list.
Oh my god.
Maybe. But yeah, I guess we should probably like end it for the week.
I think that was quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we call it a day?
Yeah, so yeah, we'll be coming back next week for like more like anime and shit as usual.
Probably no 86 unless they.
Oh yeah, damn it! I want to see what happens next. Well, I guess I should just like catch up on the light novels.
You could just watch that episode while doing other stuff, just in case something
Yeah,
happens.
I'll have to do that. But yeah, anyways, we'll see you later. And as always, anime was a mistake.
Oh wait!
What?
One more thing.
What?
Oh, if they do surprise like waifu on that Fate Go.
Oh, gacha stream?
Maybe.
We might do a gacha stream, I guess.
I'm pretty low, so no promises. It depends.
Yeah.
It has to be a really good waifu.
Okay. Gacha was a mistake.
No gacha.